What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. I've had a lot of people asking me to talk about this partnership between Jaguar Land Rover, aka Tata. It's an Indian company that owns those, and Stellantis, as they have a memorandum of understanding. Nothing is official yet, though I keep seeing everybody talking about, they're going to be building Jaguars and stuff in the U.S. Well, one, they don't have anything in development in terms of a car right now. They went through that whole woke disaster debacle, whatever that dumbass marketing campaign they were doing. People talked about them, but they just laughed. And that's never a good thing. So they did that. Range Rover, Land Rover, you know what I'm talking about, is a effing disaster right now. But it does make sense for them to want to partner with Stellantis because they could build stuff here, but Stellantis could build stuff there. I'm going to talk about all that and more right after this. Guys, before I get into today's video, I got to talk about the giveaway going on the channel right now. We currently have extra entries up and something that was requested by you guys, so we went ahead and did it for today only. You can get in on the SRT10 Viper, the TRX, and the Viper truck all at the same time with one entry. Like, you get in, you get the max amount of entries. It's going to be at 8,000 whatever KX, and the multipliers are up there. So for those that are like, hey, I didn't get a chance, it's the beginning of the month, the beginning of the month actually starts tomorrow, but I didn't get a chance to get in on this today. Now you got your shot. If you want to get in on it and get the absolute best rate, not just on the TRX, but on the other stuff that we have up there, now's the time to do it. You get in on one, you get in on all three at the same amount of entries. Link in the description down below, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com, should show up at the top of the site, or just click products and you'll see it. It will say, multiplier combo with the three different options in there on it. So if you want to get in on it, tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com, link in the description down below. All right, let's talk about this. So I've had people asking me about what do I think about the potential relationship between Tata and Stellantis. Now, this isn't Stellantis going to Tata and saying, hey, look, we'd like to buy Jaguar and Land Rover. Though I wouldn't hate it. I know a lot of people would say that would be stupid. Why would you do that? I'm going to give you one word: Jeep. And I'm going to talk about that in a video later today where it makes so much sense to have this partnership. It's crazy. And partnerships like this can actually be good. Let me explain why. You have companies like Toyota and BMW that had a partnership. It created the Supra, which is basically just a BMW Z4. I know. But BMW got technology help and different build help from Toyota on the B58 and the B48. Shocker that these are the most reliable inline six and four-cylinder engine that BMW have ever put out, because they got that technology sharing from Toyota. At the same time, Toyota got performance. They did get the horrible iDrive system, but they got performance. They got a better system than what I think Toyota uses in terms of their MMI, their multimedia interface in their vehicles. So sometimes technology sharing agreements like this can work. GM had the same thing, I think, with Toyota on the Volt, not the Bolt, the Volt, which was basically a Chevy knockoff of the Prius, right? So sometimes these technology sharing agreements can be awesome. There's some stuff that Land Rover still does that could be really beneficial to Jeep. And there's some platforms that could bring, and I'm going to talk about this in a video later, that could bring some amazing things to Jeep that would literally change the game. As a lot of people that are Jeep fans have been priced out of Jeep because even the Wrangler and the Gladiator are just too fucking expensive, just to be honest. So, in my opinion, the partnership, or the memo of understanding that's going to develop, whatever this partnership's going to be, is not bad. I think that this could be a positive thing. It does open up the ability for Stellantis to manufacture some products, possibly in India, that would be very cheap and I think very popular here. Like I said, I'm going to talk about that in a video later today, so stay tuned for that. when it comes time for Jeep. I think it also would help Land Rover, not so much Jaguar, but Land Rover specifically with their Range Rovers and stuff. If they were built, they could build some of those here, avoid the tariffs, avoid all the BS, and probably have a better reliability. Meaning a technology sharing agreement between Stellantis and Land Rover / Range Rover could be huge in terms of maybe the Hurricane engine going in, because we already know that, you know, the Range Rovers use the V6 or whatever it is now anyway, right? But putting that inline six Hurricane in Range Rover Sports or whatever, the high output version of the Hurricane, could be huge. That could be definitely beneficial for Range Rover as a brand, you know, a more reliable engine. They pair that up with a ZF transmission. You got a much more reliable. Is it going to be perfect? No, hell no, they're not. But it's going to be more reliable than the shit they're dealing with now. And I think it could be extremely beneficial to Tata, to Land Rover, Range Rover, Jaguar. Now, there's some potential sharing that could happen maybe between Maserati and Jaguar, where they could have a platform that comes out where it's, you know, the same car and performance. I think that could help, because right now Jaguar's literally dead. You can go to a Jaguar dealership and yeah, they have some of the SUVs and shit still on showroom floors, but nobody's buying it, man. Nobody's buying it. And Range Rover's taking a bad hit itself. You know, talking about Land Rover, they're taking a bad hit itself here in the U.S. and especially with the tariffs, it's hard to get that stuff in. So for them to be able to have an agreement, technology sharing agreement and manufacturing agreement, where Stellantis could build stuff in India, they can build Range Rovers or whatever here, I think is beneficial for both companies and could lead to something. I'm not saying that Stellantis needs to add any more friggin' brands. They need to cut some of the shit that they already have. I've already said that, and I stand on that. There's a difference between, I'll give you an example, a company like DS and then a company like Land Rover that has a clear history and a fan base. And I think you could do some stuff with Land Rover and Jeep, talk about that later, that could be huge. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.